पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Once again, welcoming all of you for Srimad Bhagavatam discussion.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So today we are discussing from a conversation between Parikshit and Shukadeva Goswami, how it actually begins in the second phase. First, we already understood that how Parikshit got instruction that you should remember Krishna and think of Krishna. That's the only way to go back to Lord. So he received this instruction. He wants to meditate on Krishna. Therefore, Parikshit is going to ask future questions. As I told you earlier, it appears that all that what Shukadeva Goswami has to tell to Parikshit is completed. Because Parikshit's question was, what should a dying man should do? A person is in the material world. Somebody is going to die. Everyone is going to die. Somebody is going to die. What he should do is Parikshit's question. So Shukadeva Goswami explained about different ways one can achieve perfection. The perfection of human life one should achieve. And he also explained how everything culminates in achieving Supreme Lord Krishna. Having heard this much, now this also is updated and told by Suta Goswami to Shaunaka Rishi and all the sages. So the sages asked a question. Now what did Parikshit ask next? We want to hear. What happened after this? Out of 7 days, it is just the beginning. Remaining 6 days, what did Parikshit ask? It has just begun, and by the beginning only the message has come. And the Shaunaka Rishi, the leader of the sages of Naimisharanya, he encouraged Suta Goswami to talk more about Shuka and Parikshit. He spoke some encouraging words and also shared. He also understands the importance of every human being to get rid of this miserable material existence should go back to spiritual world. He explained this last class, very strong words of Shaunaka Rishi. We heard how the 4 animals he compared, the beings who are not surrendering to Krishna, how he compared the ear holes are the holes of the snakes if it is not heard Krishna's pastime. So like this, very nicely, Shaunaka Rishi has expressed his strong message for all of us that we should all use whatever we have, the body, the intelligence, everything, hearing about Krishna. If you don't do that, if you don't hear about God, if you don't work for the perfection of human life, then we may not get a chance again. We may become next life. There is no guarantee that one may become human being. Adho gachanti tamasa. The living being can become another species of life. If you remember, Prabhupada has said, many animals in the Dham, like Vrindavana, Mathura, Ayodhya, Dham. Some animals, when you see, Prabhupada said, these animals also not ordinary people, ordinary souls. Generally, animals means ordinary souls like us, anybody, dogs, cats. But these souls in the Dham, these animals are not ordinary souls. These animals are the yogis or somebody in the past life. They have committed some offense or some mistake. They did not progress, and because of the offense they committed to the Dham, this say they have become animals in the Dham like this. So why this is I am mentioning this here today is by the great fortune we all have received this understanding. We all got to know before coming to this knowledge given by Srila Prabhupada, our understanding of God was not very clear. And we heard as Indians and Hindus, we all have heard that about Atma, but we were not having full faith in it. Okay, maybe Atma, but what I should do with it? I should be busy in earning my bread and butter. So that is what generally everybody is thinking. We were also like that. And today, all of us come to an understanding that while I am doing so many duties as a husband or as a wife, as a father or mother, as a son and daughter, or whatever position in the family, or doing a job or business or household responsibilities and doing my duty, when I'm doing all these things, I should be very strongly rooted to the devotion to Krishna. More and more, my mind should be absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna, because mind is many times free. You all would have observed this. Most of the time, mind is free. Only very few people, very intellectually involved, like a scientist, their mind is very, very absorbed in the intellectual thinking. But normal people, 99%, 0.99% of people, many times mind is empty because many things have become routine. Like many Matajis, maybe cooking would have become routine. It is very natural. And just like when you go to, in the morning, you go for brushing the teeth. It is automatic, it is. You are not thinking. You go, you do not even remember how you pick the brush, how you pick the toothpaste, how you, by doing, you need not to focus on that. Suppose you're driving, you now need not to focus. Where is accelerator, where is clutch, where is brake, where is gear? If automatically your hands will move. In a cooking, who are expert in cooking, everything automatically they will cook. Switch on the gas, put the this thing. So like this, after this many years of life, many of us, many things are automatic for us. Then what is mind doing? See, that is very important to observe this. If everything, 90% of my work, I don't require to apply too much of mind. What is mind doing? Since mind has become free, not having much work, that is why today the social media and reels have taken over us. It is giving some kind of entertainment for the mind, continuously some entertainment, or some TV. These things all came to engage the mind in different things, activities. So we must observe. So since my mind is so much having vacant time and energy, where should I put my mind for my benefit, so that I will be happy? Mind is the one which makes me, gives me sukha, gives me dukkha, Nemadi means satisfaction. All these things, mind is the one delivers. So where should I apply my mind? So this is very important. So that's why I said, while you may be a husband or wife or the father or the mother or the son or the daughter, you may have many family responsibilities, responsibilities in office or business or so many things. While doing all those things, you must teach or learn or train the mind how to be absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. We have not achieved perfection, but we should try. We should actually train our mind. We should keep trying. Prabhupada gave an example of a woman having a paramour. It can be for men also. I'm not discriminating on the gender. I'm giving the example. For the woman who is having a paramour, she is doing her duty very carefully at home so that husband does not see any doubt on her. Very carefully she is serving at home and doing her duties. But her thoughts are always on her paramour. This example Prabhupada gave to give an idea. While we are doing our duties nicely, your duties nicely, how you can always be absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. So this is an example to understand like this. Somebody told me one more example. Someone said, some devotee shared this with me. You know, all of us have sometimes some teeth problem, and we eat something, and if the element of the food gets stuck to the teeth, and if it is happening for the first time or something like that, or it is some food particle is stuck. So while talking, while doing your duty, you're always conscious of that something is there in your teeth. You'll be keep trying to remove it while talking, while doing. So you're doing your duty as well as you're also conscious of something is stuck to your teeth. Like that one devotee gave an example to me. How we can be always thoughtful of Krishna, at the same time can do your duty. It is possible. That ability is there in us. Presently, we are misusing that ability. We are thinking of sense gratification. We are thinking of something else. We are sometimes unnecessarily lamenting of the past. Oh, I should have not done like this. Oh, look at it. Because of that person, I am suffering today. Oh, I should have not taken that decision. I should not have believed this person. Because of that, this happened to me. Either we are unhappy with the past, or our mind is in the future thinking, what will be, what I will do after that. Okay, once this happens in my family, once my children grow up, then what I will do, then where I will go. So constantly our mind is either lamenting for the past or hankering for the future. That's called shochati kankshati. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, okay, text number 54, there is one verse, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Nakangshati. When do you become Na Shochati Nakangshati? Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. You become very happy Atma, Prasannatma. When you don't do Nashochati, Nakangshati, that stage is called Brahma Bhuta stage, like that Krishna says. He says, from that stage onwards, Bhaktya Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nashochati Nakangshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu. Then from that stage onwards, Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. From there, you develop bhakti for Krishna. Like this, Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita. So that is the meaning. Our mind has to be absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna, means you have to give up the lamentation and give up the hankering. It is very easy to say, to talk like this, but it's very difficult to train the mind. It is a very big activity. For that only we are doing our chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are following some do's and don'ts. We are reading Srila Prabhupada's books every day. We are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are eating the food which is prescribed in the scriptures and acharyas. We are following some, shastric austerities like Ekadashi. We do all these things. Actually, this is the process of training our mind and consciousness. So we are in the process, but we should know what is the goal. Why I am doing this? I am doing this so that my mind can be absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. Okay. So, what is the purpose of Krishna consciousness is Krishna consciousness will make you happy. You'll be able to absorb in the thoughts of Krishna. Otherwise, there is no happiness. So now, having Suta Goswami explained how different ways, if you don't surrender to Krishna, how the suffering will come, how one can become, how now in the human body you can do all these things. Animals cannot. Animals don't have such a thinking ability. Very little they may have, but not like human beings. So human beings are given with the amazing ability to think of Krishna. When you have ability to think of Krishna, if you don't train yourself and don't use this facility, then the next life, the nature, Prakriti will degrade you. The example is, suppose you're appointed as one bank manager, let us say. As a bank manager, all the facilities are given to you. The bank has given you car, bank has given you office, bank has given you computer and laptop, bank has given you good salary, bank has given you assistant, and so many things the bank has provided to you. Okay, but you, after becoming manager, you're not actually doing the duty of the manager. The laptop given by the manager, I take home and use it for my personal profit. I don't use it for purpose of the bank. Car is given by the bank. I use it for my own personal travel. I'm not using it for the increasing the business of the bank. If I do like this, what will bank do to me? It will remove me from the manager post. They will tell you, you go and become a peon. You go and become a other staff. You go become cashier. You cannot become manager because you're not using the facility given. Similarly, in the human body, all these facilities are given. You can think more than eating, sleeping. You can think more than that. Your mind can be engaged in the higher thoughts of the Lord. All these facilities, intelligence is given. You know how to grow food. See, animals, they don't know how to grow food. If your food is available by the will of the providence, they will take. But human beings know. If they get a seed of mango, they know I will put it in the soil, it will become big, one day it will give fruit. Animals cannot think like this. So the intelligence is given to survival. Intelligence is given for the thinking about the Lord. All these facilities God has given to us. For what purpose? So that Brahma Jijnasa, Atatho Brahma Jijnasa. Use your intelligence to understand God and perfect your life. Now, Parikshit is towards perfecting his life. So now you perfect your life. So this is the whole understanding of human form of life. So now Parikshit has received this message, how to perfect his life. It is very clear. Okay. Now the Suta Goswami, now the Shaunaka Rishi is becoming more interested to know, okay, having received the message, how to perfect life from the Shukadeva Goswami. Further, what did Parikshit do? What should be the next question? What must be he must be asking? What is their conversation? So that is a discussion. That is why now Suta Goswami, having received this question from the sages of Naimisharanya, starts answering what did Parikshit and Shukadeva further do. So that is what now the remaining portion of the Bhagavatam is beginning now. Very interesting. So it is beginning. Now, before beginning to talk about more, in this chapter only, there is a prayer of Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami will first offer his prayers to the Lord. Then he will start speaking. Just like before the class, we all are trained by our spiritual master. We should offer prayers to the Lord, Guru and Krishna. Then only we start our class. So like that, Shukadeva Goswami will offer his prayers also. We'll hear that in the coming classes. So today, let us see what happens. What did Suta Goswami answer to Shaunaka Rishi, who asked, now what happened next? Having Parikshit understood the perfection of life. What happened next? So that is what today's discussion. I'll share my screen for you to follow. Hope you are able to see my screen. Please repeat after me. You can unmute yourself. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devi Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayesu abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki
Bhakti Bhavati Naistaki.
Suta Uvacha
Sutta Vacha.
Vaiyasakir iti vachaha
Vaiyasakiriti vacha.
Vaiyasakir iti vachaha
Vaiyasakiriti vacha.
Tattva nischayamaatmanaha
Tattva nischayamaatmanaha.
Tattva nischayamaatmanaha
Tattva nischayamaatmanaha.
Upadharya matim Krishne
Upadharya matim Krishne.
Upadharya matim Krishne
Upadharya matim Krishne.
Authareyaha satim vyadhat
Authareya satim vyadhat.
Authareyaha satim vyadhat
Authareya satim vyadhat.
Suta Goswami said,
Suta Goswami
Said,
Maharaj Parikshit,
Maharaj Parikshit,
the son of Uttara,
the son of Uttara,
after hearing the speeches of Shukadeva Goswami,
After hearing the speeches of Shukadeva Goswami,
which were all about the truth
which were all about the truth
of the self,
of the self,
applied his concentration
applied his concentration
faithfully upon Lord Krishna.
faithfully upon Lord Krishna.
All of you, please mute yourself. Atmanaha upadharya matim Krishne. Matim Krishne. He has concentrated his matihi, his concentration on Krishna. Concentration of mind. So when did he do this? After hearing the speeches of Shukadeva Goswami. Because Shukadeva Goswami has told him, perfection of life is to Matim Krishna. Matim Krishna. If you're able to engage your mind upon Krishna, that's the perfection of life. Hearing this, Maharaj Parikshit started concentrating his mind very faithfully upon Krishna. The word Satim is very significant. This means existing or chaste. Both imports are perfectly applicable in the case of Maharaj Parikshit. The whole Vedic adventure is to draw one's attention entirely into the lotus feet of Lord Krishna without any diversion, as instructed in the Bhagavad Gita. Many times we overlook this very nice sloka in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matta smritirjnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarverahameva vedhyo vedanta krit vedavit eva chaham. Krishna is saying, I am seated in everyone's heart. From me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta and I am the knower of the Vedas. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. So all that Vedas, Upanishads, all the work one is doing, all the activity one is doing, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Hatha Yoga, so many things in this world and hundreds and thousands of paths and activities should ultimately culminate by drawing one's attention entirely unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna without any diversion. Fortunately, Maharaj Parikshit had already been attracted to the Lord from the very beginning of his body, in the womb of his mother. That is his great fortune. Like Maharaja Parikshit has got great fortune, we should also remember we all also have got the great fortune. We did not take birth in some cow eater's family. We did not take birth in somewhere where we never heard of devotional service to Krishna. We have taken birth in the Punya Bhumi Bharata, in a Hindu family who already accepted Krishna as God. Is it not a great fortune? A great fortune. Apart from that, we have great fortune of visiting many sacred and divine places. Imagine somebody was taken birth in somewhere in the South America. Where is opportunity for that person to know about Krishna, visiting this place, understanding devotional service? Whole life, he would have not even heard once the word Krishna. So great fortune. And moreover, we are receiving the perfect knowledge from the bona fide spiritual master understanding the real essence of the life. Is it not a great fortune? Okay. Like Maharaj Parikshit was greatly fortunate, we should also understand we are also greatly fortunate. So Maharaj Parikshit hence concentrated his mind, continuously concentrated upon his mind upon Krishna, which made him perfectly chaste in devotional service. So by natural sequence was a chaste devotee of the Lord, when further heard from Srila Shukadeva Goswami that one should worship the Lord only and no one else, even though full of all desires and desireless, his natural affection for Krishna was strengthened. We already discussed these topics. So since he was very chaste to the devotional service, chaste to Krishna, Satim, because of that, his chastity for the devotional service, he was not adulterated by other thoughts. Prabhupada uses a word called unadulterated devotional service. It's not adulterated with anything else. So he's able to think of Krishna. And over and above that, Srila Shukadeva Goswami also given him instructions to worship the Lord. So that is why his natural affection for Krishna was further strengthened. So this is the great fortune of Parikshit Maharaj because of the Shukdev Goswami. So now let's see what happens next. He decided to focus his mind on Krishna. Atmajaya Sutagara Pashudra Vinabandhusho Rajye cha vikale nityam virudham mamatam jaho. Maharaja Parikshit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna, was able to give up all the deep-rooted affection for his personal body, his wife, his children, his palace, his animals like horses and elephants, his treasury house, his friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom. He was the king of the entire world. He was able to give up the deep-rooted affection, very deep-rooted affection to the matter. How he was able to give up? As a result of wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna. There is one verse in Bhagavad Gita, Param drushta neha bhikarma, Param društva nivartate. I'll show you that. You see it here. Very important verse. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavarjam rasopyasya param društva nivartate. Krishna is explaining here, though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for the sense objects remain. This is what happening with all of us now, because we are called sadhakas. Okay, we are practitioners. We are sadhana bhakti. We are doing. We are restricted for something. We are restricted from eating something. We are restricted from seeing something. We are restricted. Though we are restricted from so many things, the taste for those things are still there in the heart. That is why we always tell, keep yourself in the good association and good sadhana. Otherwise, we may lose these restrictions. Result of that, we may lose Krishna consciousness. So that is called Maya. The Maya can empower us, dissuade us. Maya can overpower us back. So how? Because we are restricting our sense enjoyment, still we have taste for the sense objects. Vishaya vinivartanse niraharasya dehina. Rasavarjam rasopyasya. Though I am rasavarjam, all the enjoyment I have given up, but taste is still there. Then what to do? Krishna is saying, but seizing such engagement by experiencing a higher taste, param društva, nivartante, is fixed in the consciousness. Now, this is the transition of Parikshit explained here. He he is a pure devotee, but he is showing the path of a sadhaka. Now he is a king. He is having a very young and powerful body. He's not old. He has wives in his palace. He has his children. He has beautiful palace. He has great animals like horses and elephants. He has a great treasury of the king. He has many friends and relatives. And he has a kingdom which there is no rivalry. He has undisputed kingdom. Now there is a taste for that. So many years of Raja. He has a taste, deep-rooted affection for that. But at the same time, he is fasting. He has come to hear Shukadeva Goswami. He has restricted his senses. He is following the rules. And he is also hearing from Shukadeva Goswami and focusing his mind on Krishna. Because of that, he developed attraction for Lord Krishna. And because he developed attraction, param drushtva, he is able to give up the deep-rooted affection for the personal body, his wife, his children, etc., etc., etc. The meaning is, we should all know, the detachment to the material world is not artificial. We should not say artificially or out of frustration. If you give up something out of frustration, I'm too tired, my boss in the office harasses me very badly, or my business goes through big loss, or somebody is torturing me. Because of that, if I am hating the material world, that is temporary. That is out of distress. That's not permanent. Again, the taste may come back because it is very deep rooted, our affection. That vairagya is temporary vairagya. That vairagya is called smashana vairagya. Just like when somebody dies, our nearer and dearer somebody passes away, suddenly we feel the entire world is blank. Then again our taste develops, comes back. Because original desire in the root, deep rooted in the heart to enjoy this material maya of happiness is still there in my heart. Okay. So like that, the deep-rooted enjoyment, desire to enjoy has to go. How it will go? Only by developing wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna. So this is the process. So one should not be artificially out of passion. Out of passion, I give up something. That is called the detachment in the mode of passion. Detachment in the mode of passion. Is the Bhagavad Gita, the detachment in the three modes explained. Detachment in the mode of passion means I'm giving up something out of frustration, out of misery. Detachment in the mode of ignorance, tamoguna, means I'm giving up without any knowledge, carelessly, not even knowing the consequences of it, I'm detaching from that. Later I may lament. But detachment in the sattva guna, the goodness, is with the full knowledge, understanding, and purpose of higher life, higher purpose, I am giving up. So these are the different way of detachment. So one has to be, as a devotee of Krishna, we should all be very practical, not to become emotional, not to become impractical. Oh, this is devotional chanting is nice, devotee nice, prasadam is nice. This is nice. I will give up all my work which is very troublesome. That is not proper understanding. Devotional service also, we are ready to take any trouble, any difficulty. So many challenges devotees we face, isn't it? When we are building temple, we are doing so many activities, so many so many challenges come. But no, we should not give up the material world or material life Because it is challenging. Challenges are part of this world, but you want to take challenge for Krishna. That with the full knowledge. Arjuna is fully surrendered to Krishna. But after surrendering to Krishna, what is he doing? He is fighting a war. He is killing. His own dear son Abhimanyu was killed. He is going through so many turbulations and he is not asking any change. He is just following Krishna's order as a seva to Krishna. So this is the meaning of proper, matured surrender and detachment. It has to come in the heart by natural progress in our Krishna consciousness, not by artificial means. So now Parikshit has developed that kind of attraction and is able to give up. So Prabhupada writes very nicely about the material world. To become liberated means to become free from the Dehatma Buddhi, the illusory attachment for personal bodily coverings and everything connected with the body, namely wife. For the wife, it is husband, the children, and all other entanglements. One selects a wife for bodily comforts. The result is children. The wife and children, one requires dwelling place, and as such, a residential house is also necessary. Animals like horses, elephants, cows, dogs are all household animals, and householders has to keep them as a household paraphernalia. In the modern civilization, the horses and the elephants have been replaced by cars and conveyances with considerable horsepower. To maintain all the household affairs, one has to increase the bank balance and be careful about the treasury of the house, treasury house. And in order to display the opulence of the material assets, one has to keep good relationship with friends and relatives, as well as become very careful about maintaining status in the society. This is called material civilization of material attachment. Devotion for Lord Krishna means negation of all the material attachments as detailed above. By the grace of Lord Krishna, you see, this word is very important. By the grace of Lord Krishna, Maharaj Parikshit was awarded all material amenities and undisputed king in which enjoy the undisputed position of the king. But by the grace of the Lord, again, the grace of Krishna, we receive all the facilities. You have money, you have bank balance, you have it's all because of what? Because of the grace of Krishna. Again, there is a higher grace. This grace is very rare. By the grace of the Lord, he was able to give up all the connections with the material attachment. That also require God's grace, not by our ability. That position of that is a position of a pure devotee. Then why we are doing sadhana? Can we wait for the grace of the Lord, mercy of the Lord, Prabhuji? Why should I chant? Then the Lord blesses me to become detached. I will become detached. Why are you asking me, do this, do that? Fast on Ekadashi. Why are you saying? Very important. All the sadhana, chanting, and so many processes we are doing, these things are made fundamentally to please Krishna, to draw the attention of Krishna. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, don't try to see Krishna. Try to act such a way that Krishna likes to see you, to draw the attention of Krishna. I'm fasting, I'm taking certain austerities. I'm getting up early in the morning and taking cold water bath and coming to Mangalarti. I'm doing so many austerities to please Krishna. By our pleasing Krishna and Guru, I'm doing so many services. Prabhupada said, let there be book distribution. I'm doing book distribution. I'm doing the construction of the temple. I'm running around collecting funds. I'm distributing Krishna's knowledge. I'm giving my hard-earned money for Krishna's seva. All this I'm doing in the seva of Guru. If the Guru and Krishna grace I will get the light of Krishna consciousness. This is a process of Vaishnavism or Bhakti Yoga. We are not like yogis. We don't say because I have chanted 108 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra for 108 days. Now I am very advanced devotee. No guarantee, sir. If you are proud that you have chanted so many rounds and you are proud about your austerity, you may not be pleasing Krishna. Your Krishna is pleased when you are uh, becoming more and more surrendered to Krishna, not become proud. So these all are very subtle, very important elements of Krishna consciousness. That is why somebody may not be chanting the 16 rounds, but because of their ill health, somebody is not well. Krishna will understand that. Somebody is having all the time, still he does not chant 16 rounds. Krishna will see all these things. Krishna's pleasing is very important in the Bhakti Yoga to go back to Krishna. So Maharaj Parikshit, due to his natural affection for Lord Krishna as a devotee of the Lord, was always executing his royal duties on behalf of the Lord. He was very careful. He acted like a devotee throughout his life. He did not consider he as a Lord. He considered he became king by the grace of the Lord. His very life is alive because of the grace of the Lord. The Krishna saved him in his mother's womb. And as a responsible king of the world, he always careful to see the influence of Kali would not enter his kingdom. So he was also protecting people from the influence of Kali so that everybody, all the citizens of his country get opportunity to worship Krishna and become devotee of the Lord. This is the duty of the king. A devotee of the Lord never thinks of his household paraphernalia as his own, but surrenders everything for the service of the Lord. Whatever we have that can become instrument in the service of the Lord, when it is applied, it becomes devotional service. Thereby, living entity under the devotee's care get the opportunity for God realization by management of a devotee master. That's how all the citizens of the King Parikshit's kingdom were all got opportunity to become devotee of the Lord. So like this, Prabhupada, a wonderful purport, where he also says about Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe means anything you do, it can become devotional service if it is applied in Krishna's seva. Suppose you have a pen, that pen can become a object of devotional service when pen is used in the service of Krishna. And the pen is used in the writing some nonsense, then it is not a devotional paraphernalia. So the pen to the laptop, to the mobile, to the car and everything I have, I should think, how can I engage in the given opportunity? How can I use everything in the seva of Krishna? So then that's called dovetailing. Whatever I have. See, Maharaj Yudhishthira and householders like him can turn everything to light by dovetailing so-called material assets in the service of the Lord. But one who is not trained or is unable to turn everything in the service of the Lord, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe, must give up all material connections before he can be fit to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Or in other words, one who has seriously heard Srimad Bhagavatam for even one day, like Maharaj Parikshit, from a fit personality like Shukadeva Goswami, may be able to lose all affinity for material things. So, this way one has to worship. So, Parikshit Maharaj, by the grace of the Lord, he gave up all the deep-rooted attachments. Having given up the deep-rooted attachment for Krishna, having given up the deep-rooted attachment for material things, having developed the attachment for Krishna, wholehearted attachment for Krishna, now what did he do? His life is already perfect. Paprachachemam evartham yam mam pruchhata sammataha krishnanubhava shravane Shraddhadano Mahamanaha. Now, what did he do further? O great sage, the great soul Maharaja Parikshit, constantly wrapped in the thoughts of Krishna, knowing well of his imminent death, renounced all sort of fruitive activities, namely dharma, artha, kama, thus fixed himself firmly in the natural love for Krishna and asked these questions exactly as you're asking me. Now, he wants blessings of Shukadev Goswami. He wants to hear more about Krishna. For that, he started asking questions, these questions to Shukadeva Goswami. Very nice. Now, having understood, now thoughts are already about Krishna. And right in front of him, such a great personality, Shukadeva Goswami is sitting. He does not want to miss that opportunity. He wants to ask questions. So he is asking questions. What question he must be asking? That will come to in the next class. And how he'll evolve from the questions from the creation and maintenance to finally Govardhana Giridhari, about lifting Krishna, lifting Govardhana hill. He'll ask all kinds of questions about Krishna from creation to annihilation. Everything he will ask. Because it is very sweet to hear about creation of Krishna. Everything in this material world is created by the Lord. For the devotee like Parikshit, all the topics are, no topics are connected to Maya. Every topic is connected to Krishna. You'll go on asking now about creation and so many things. And before answering those questions, the Shukadeva Goswami will offer his prayers to the Lord. That we are going to hear in the next class. But this class, we understood how did Parikshit behave, having received the knowledge and have received the Krishna's mercy and received the detachment. This purport is very powerful. Today you can read this purport, very nice. Prabhupada talks about how Vedas, regulated acts prescribed in the Vedas are called karma kandiya, conception of life. How one has to come above the material consciousness. For that, Prabhupada quotes from many, many literatures. And he also talks from the Bhagavad Gita, how Bahunam Janmanam Ante, one gets this opportunity. Then he quotes from Chaitanya Charitam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shikshastaka, Ashlishyava Padaratam Pinastuam. How, what is the consciousness when you approaches Krishna? One should not have any personal desire. He wants only Krishna. Mat prana natastu saeva naparaha. I don't want anything else. I want only one thing, that you are my absolute Lord. Nothing less than absolute Lord in my heart. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us. Then Rupa Goswami Prabhupada's quotes. Rupa Goswami spoke thus, O Lord of the poor, Dina Bandhu. Krishna is one more name is called Dina Bandhu. O Lord of the poor, do what you like with me. Give me either mercy or punishment. But in this world, I have none to look to except your lordship. Whatever you want, you do. I want only you, nothing else. The Chataka bird always prays for the cloud, regardless of whether it showers rain or throws thunderbolt. Like that, I only look up to you. Krishna, what else I have without you? I only have you, nothing else. Then Madhavendra Puri, who is the grand spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the link to the Madhva Parampara of Lakshmi Pati, disciple of Udupi, is a Madhavendra Puri. He said, Mugdham mam nigadantu niti nipuna bhrantam muhur vaidikaha mandam bhandava sanchaya jadadhyam muktadaraha sodaraha unmattam dhaniko viveka chaturaha kamam mahadhambikam moktum na kshamate managapi mano govinda padaspraha. He says, my mind does not budge an inch from the determination to serve the lotus feet of Govinda, though I am unable to do it. My mind will not go away from the serving the lotus feet of Govinda at any condition. What are the conditions? It's very interesting. Let the sharp moralist accuse me as illusion. Some people will say you are illusion. You are calling bhakti and Krishna conscious, you are illusion. I do not mind. Expert Vedic activities may slander me as being misled. Some people are very good at chanting mantras. They have a lot of Vedas they learned for 10 years, 12 years, Sanskrit grammar. They will say, yeah, you are not simply emotional, you are misled. Friends and relatives may call me frustrated. Some of my old friends, when I came to Krishna consciousness, they think this man must be frustrated, hence now he is doing bhakti. My brother may call me a fool. Somebody is calling me fool. What are you doing in life? You're not thinking of your future. The wealthy Maimonides may point me out as a mad. Somebody will call me he's a mad fellow. He does not know how to earn money and enjoy. The learned philosopher may assert that I am much too proud. Some philosophers will think he's too proud of his philosophy. Still, my mind does not budge an inch from the determination to serve the lotus feet of Govinda. This is the prayer of Madhavendra Puri. Then Prabhupada also quotes on Prahlad Maharaj, Dharmartha Kama Ityo Abhihitas Trivarga Ikshatrayi Nayakamo Dayadhamo Vividachatavarta Manye Tadetadakilam Nigamasya Satyam. The Dharma, Artha, Kama are celebrated three means of attaining the path of salvation. Of Ikshatrayi, of this Ikshatrayi, especially knowledge of self, knowledge of fruitive acts, logic, also politics and economics are different means of livelihood. All these are different subjects of Vedic education. Therefore, I consider them temporary engagements. So Vedic education temporary. On the other hand, surrendering unto the Supreme Lord Vishnu is the factual gain in life. I consider it the ultimate truth. Parikshit Maharaj is saying. Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi Ekeha Kurudatana. Finally, the conclusion is, so Maharaj Parikshit was perfectly right when he firmly accepted the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, renouncing all karmakandiya conceptions of life. With this, the first section, today we discussed, Parikshit got ready to hear from Shukadeva Goswami how he got renunciation by the mercy of Krishna and how his mind was totally absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. We heard that in today's class. So with this, we conclude. Anybody has any question? You can ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhu, just one doubt means just getting in my mind that Parikshit Maharaj was already a born devotee, and he was in the family of Pandava, and he has seen Lord Krishna in her mother's womb only. So he was a Rajrishi. So what was the need for him to renounce when he came to know, because he was already detached? We have read that he has detached from family, palace, everything, but he was already a Rajrishi, and he was already in that phase of mind where he was not attached materially. And in our other means Bhagavatam stories, we have heard that Prahlad Maharaj was there, Amrish Maharaj was there. So they have also performed the similar kind of thing. They were also kings. So what was the need for?
Yeah, I have answered this question while telling today. Actually, he's setting an example of renunciation. Okay. If you hear the Parikshit's activities, he is already interested to go back to Godhead. So he is actually showing us how one should renounce the world. He's already a pure devotee. Like Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna is a pure devotee of Krishna. He is not in frustration, but is acting like that for the benefit. So now it is in the last chapter of the first canto Bhagavatam also it is said, it is the will of the providence that influenced the Parikshit to take a dead snake and garland it to the Shamika Rishi. And it is the will of the providence that Shamika Rishi's son Shringi decided to curse Parikshit to die. The reason is the great literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, has to come out as a shelter for the Kali Yuga. Krishna has already left. So that literature has to come. So that is what Krishna is making his instruments, his great devotees act on his behalf to bring out this Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is an opportunity God is creating. So this Prabhupada clarifies this in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So similarly, Parikshit is acting according to that.
Okay, means as we see Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita, similarly, this Parikshit is also acting as per the
Yes.
providence of the
Yes.
Lord.
Yes.
And
But we should
one more-
understand, by this
Yeah,
we should understand that even the Parikshit, somebody having kingdom, somebody already notice for the death has come, still somebody can be attached to the material world. Material attachment is very deep in the heart. It is very difficult to give up. So that lesson we should learn from that.
Prabhu, that is my second question. In fact, means that as Parikshit, if I take that Parikshit Maharaj as a role player and I just consider him that he came to know and then only he developed that means he detached and he immediately got attached because he got a higher taste for Krishna. Now we compare ourselves like we means we can die at any moment. That is not certain. But now we were means enjoying like we have a full long life and we are planning for that, and now since we have connected under guidance of Srila Prabhupada, so we are just started following four regulative principles and restricting so much of our senses from so many things, but those anarthas are already still deep rooted, as you also told today. So how to come to know whether we are developing any higher taste or we are just showcasing it that we are putting tilak, we are putting kanthi mala, we are not having onion garlic like this. So how to check ourselves?
Okay. See, the first of all, Krishna, I explained. Krishna, we developed attachment for lotus feet of Krishna, develop detachment to the material things only by the mercy of Krishna. Keep that in the mind. Okay, it is not
Right.
by our effort.
Right.
Okay, Arjuna was not chanting 16 rounds. Okay, he has developed attachment for Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, so it is not that this principle only. No, I have to follow something. By my effort, I can get the lotus feet of Krishna and Krishna's mercy. It's Krishna's causeless mercy. Krishna has to be pleased with your action, your attitude, your consciousness, your interest to come to him, eagerness to see Krishna. All this should be there. It's what pleases the Lord. Now our sadhana is basically to develop these qualities, to train our mind, to attract the attention of Guru and Krishna. So there is an opportunity. So that is what our sadhana and seva is meant for. So this is the second aspect you remember. Now the third, while doing all these things, I'm doing, but I don't know when will I get that. Okay. So I don't know. I should continue to offer my seva to Krishna. So I depend on the Lord. And I am not doing for my happiness. I'm not asking you in liberation. My goal should become, my life's goal is to please Krishna. Whether I go to hell or heaven or whatever, my life's goal is to please Krishna. Your life is already perfected. Okay, I may go through any tribulations. It is not a tribulation for me. So far, my life's goal is to please Krishna. Now, when do you know that you are developing this consciousness of pleasing Krishna, not my senses? When do you know that? We know that when just like a person who is eating food, he feels satisfied without seeing inside his stomach. Same way, one who feels satisfied in the service of Krishna, he feels, in life, whatever I want, everything I have. There is no more desires. कुछ इच्छा नहीं है, कुछ नहीं चाहिए, सब कुछ ठीक है. I will just do service to Krishna, whatever I have, not keeping anything in reservation for my happiness, my future happiness, my family happiness. I have left everything. I am completely, whatever I have given to Krishna, I am completely happy. However, Krishna keeps me, I am happy with that. That kind of consciousness is actually the happy consciousness. So we slowly becoming more and more happier in Krishna consciousness is the indication that we are progressing in our spiritual path. So the love of Krishna and activities of Krishna should give me joy. So that is what is a test for us.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So, okay. So anybody else has any question, or shall we conclude?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Uh,
Mataji.
Actually, my question also was the same, the second part of what Prabhu was asking.
Mhm.
So, how can I understand whether whatever my feelings are, if they are detachment in passion or goodness, that
Mm.
criteria, how to understand between the two and how to make it go from one to the other? From passion, how to go to goodness? And in which line we are, how to understand? That was the same thing,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
related.
Mataji, I answered this in one class
Ah.
also.
Hmm.
You see, now today, we should be happy that we are moving towards that direction. Okay, that is why Utsaha, Dairya, Nishchaya. We should have patience, determination, and enthusiasm. I gave this example. Suppose you're lost in the forest, okay? Somewhere you get a stream of water to see, you should be happy. Because the stream of water, if you go on walking in that, you will reach the civilization. So we have got hope of the ray of hope. We got an idea. We got the route. Now what is pending is walking. The walking, we may have some difficulty, challenges, ups and downs. Somebody is more hungry, somebody is less hungry, somebody is tired, somebody is old, somebody is young. The path may have so many things based on our karma. But all of us have got the path. This is the path. So now I should not be worried that how will I enjoy the destination? How will I can be eager. I should be eager to reach the destination, but I should not be disturbed by the thoughts. That I should be completely assured. I should feel very, very secured and happy that I have got the path to go. Now I have to walk in that path. It may take time. You don't know how long path is there. Depends on how deep you have gone inside the forest. In the Janma Janmantara, so many lives you have gone inside the deep forest of material world. How much deep you have gone, that much deep kilometers are there to walk back. So same way, we should have a full determination in the mind, do the service, do sadhana at the same time, in the mind be very peaceful. I got the route, I got the path. So that way one has to practice devotional service.
Yes, Prabhuji. Very nice. Clear. Thank you.
So thank you very much, all of you. So we will conclude here. Kantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki